Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food flow that stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You're probably...
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To throw on second down, Baker. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
Back to football. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Moreland. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Baker. And that will be incomplete.
I'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, Sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tressway on to punt the football. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
They gotta go.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And some room to run now. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards on the ground. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. The Bengals had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but they're talking. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Moreland. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Baker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Baker on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Baker. And a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, Baker. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Operating from the gun, Baker. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. This Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Once again, they run with Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
11, 11, 11. 11, 90.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
11, 11, 11.
On third down, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I would warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Baker looking to throw on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Room here to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Operating from the gun, Baker. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Baker. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these 2 clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he's got his target, Harris. They've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they score another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Moreland. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try the left side. Moreland. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Moreland. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Off play action. Baker under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Come on. Hey.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Baker. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Charlie Kohler as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times. Running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, finding room at midfield. Now he's into the clear again, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other, and the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baker. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down now. Norland, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Baker. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
I'm wondering.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Bulldozes past him. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Baker, flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Hurt.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
There's no doubt that he has plenty of heart, but you've got to be careful with those receivers that are slight of build. They leave themselves open to some pretty big hits across the middle. That pass, incomplete.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. 243 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. I think we've hit that point in the game now where any score you get, could be the one that actually wins it. So above all, you want to avoid a turnover that leaves you coming away with nothing.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
11 MT.
Burrow will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, Baker. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Moreland, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw is Baker. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a give right side. Moreland. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixing up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
11-90. MT, hey.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Baker. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
18
Baker now, operating from the gun. Touchdown, Dolphins! From 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
On one, right?
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
11 coming. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
From midfield now, Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try to prepare going forward.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Cincinnati, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll...
I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. People the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it. That I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the piano chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven and they know what I be on. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to.
Shout out. Big talk right up. Hey, shout out. What's up? Hey, man, hit up. What's up with your boy Chop, man? What they say? Who the hell a little bro? Nah, I ain't scared of feet. I ain't gonna lie, we be slapping feet up. Oh, feet through. Yeah, that's how he play though. That shit effective though. I seen that. I seen that shit. That's big. Yeah, he's straight. He can rap though. Yeah, he can rap though. I ain't know he was like that. I heard his shit. I was like, damn, bro, you really can rap. I like the one when he was freestyling when he was in the street with the mic. That bit was hard. Hey man, you know what I did to Buju earlier now? When I say smack the fuck out of him, 21 zip first quarter, nigga crying. You know they crying. Chop better with him. Chop looking crazy. Fight, Buju, fight. I need you to fight, man. Stop crying. I bet it on you, Buju. Buju crying. I ain't getting no more drafts with Tall. You know how Buju is. I ain't getting no more drafts with Tall. I say, damn, Buju, what I did? Oh, we gotta wait the next day. I say, bro, you and Fee played a draft the whole nother next day. And you ain't cry, complain, but when I do it, it's an issue. And you sent that money, though. Yeah. Still be in that bitch, man. That bitch. What it said? Surprise me. We can get that off, man. Don't worry about it. We can get rid of that. Hey, Ron, it's time to go upstairs, right? Turn it off. Go upstairs. Hey, that TV so loud. Look at this. This thing here. Go. Bedtime. Good. I mean, you can watch the show. Go to your room, watch some shows, bro. You say what? What? You ain't gonna get none more. You ain't worry about this.
That's 16 more pounds, and I'm gonna be back where I
Yeah,
was.
you just gotta watch what you eat. I'm telling you what it is. You just can't eat all times of the night. You can't. It's fruit. You gotta start eating shit. So you gotta watch what you eat, bro. I'm telling you, that's all it is. Once I start watching what I eat, I can control my weight. That's the key, man. I thought it was just working out, eat what you want. You can work out, but when you eat bad, that shit, you still gaining weight. It's weird. That's how it is. Damn, who asked that? What's going on?
Ass out what?
Oh, no, ain't nobody asked. So that's your little crew, huh? Huh?
Yeah, something wrong with it. That's how I know I'm gonna have to work out for the rest of my life. Today.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's how you eat. I used to think that. I'm telling you.
But man, I don't know how to eat.
You can learn, but baby, you can learn how to eat. Just research, just run hard.
He about to go to Moneyman. Y'all about to go to town.
Why you say that?
Look at what I just sent you on Instagram.
You gotta go to town on me, lady.
You don't see it? He got my goddamn shorts on.
What are you gonna do then? Y'all love that shit.
What movie? You know what she look like? She losing weight too. Looks like the fitness journey. In the neck and the arms. She's coming down.
So this money bag your late wife?
No, that's his girlfriend. They're not married.
This looks right. We definitely doing this now. Oh, you like Casablanca? Hey, what's it called? Put my dick in a real cage. No.
Right? In Costa Rica? Nah, that might be straight.
Holy shit. Yeah, because you fucking asked me. I am. Oh. Okay.
I'm just like one when I say I was like inside. See that?
Oh, yeah. Put the pitch up.
Yeah. But keep the blue games though.
I see that. But then the next picture after that, Miss Business with a last okay. Starters, who you finna play? Oh, Sauce, sweet. Sauce, you got some more? On who? Oh, that's my guy. Just chill, Khalid. That's my guy. I know you know. That's my guy. What? That's my guy. Ask him. Ah, he go real. What you got a name he is? Damn. I ain't say that. I was just saying I'm a guy, man. Look at Kurt. Look at Kurt, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That thing still on? Like, shoot that way. Hey. Oh, look at the kids.
It's just destiny.
Man, keep out of that. So you like shit like that? Laying down, putting the phone behind you, seeing what a nigga doing. Like nigga snatch that shit off. Niecy.
I told you that though.
I don't know.
But you not that. Hold on.
So you say adjustments can be made.
Not aggressive. That's what I meant when I said you're not aggressive.
But that, I mean, that can be taught. That's not. I mean, I can learn to perfect that. That's not. That's me. So every time I change it, you'll see.
You're so gentle. Like, that's how you be. This is my head. This is me. This is you. Don't hurt her. She's fragile. This is how you need to be. I don't know why I'm doing this destiny, but I just want to do it so bad. Hold on, let me call you right back. Stay right there. Oh, well, I don't see a thing on TikTok. You're supposed to get a bag of pickles and put packet in it, shake it up, and it's supposed to be real good. So I just put it in there and I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and I'm gonna taste it and record myself.
You for real?
Am I bored or what?
You bored as fuck.
Well,
I do want to know how it tastes though.
my other half is gathering bored, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Alright. Just to feel it's like. Carter on them?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I ain't seen that nigga on in a minute.
I was gonna tell you to tell him, I'd say, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken grease.
right back. That's my number. Yeah. Hello.
We almost there. We at Popeyes over here by you.
Call me when y'all pulling in.
Huh?
I said, call me when y'all pulling in.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's real. Go hard some shit. No, I said go hard some shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
It's in the glove department, Daddy.
It be like that. What I do, Rick?
She went outside. Yeah. Hey, y'all tell Willie I said hello. Oh my God. Why you do it like that, man? It's my fault.
Yo,
And
don't let that happen no more, man.
you heard me?
I said you heard me.
I said, okay, Daddy.
Ooh.
Whoa, what the fuck? Sauce got his ass whooped. Who? That I don't know. Nah, that was Shells asking me to call buddy. I have no clue. Nah, Shells told me to call goddamn the boy he been playing. I'm trying to think. Mm-mm-mm.
Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Big time.